How you doing, guys? It's Easter Sunday. Where am I going? We just got home. It's like 12:30. Went for a little bit of a road trip. To pick up a new to us piece of, well, CP figured we needed something like this, so, but a new to us piece of equipment slash scrap steel. And this ought to work right here. I'll set her down and I'll show you guys what the hell we ended up getting. We'll talk to you later. More scrap steel, eh?
No.
You got your knife on you?
Yeah.
You brought some twine home. That tire's bent, or it just never was set in there straight.
That's fine.
But for what we got, he's got lots of weights on it. 8 foot wide, home built, land leveler slash drag, box drag, whatever you guys want to call it. I'm going to hook it up to a tractor, and since this is considered a box drag, you can scoop dirt with it.
I'm gonna roll rocks.
I'm gonna hook it up to the tractor and put CP to work digging a dugout. Nice slope in, slope out.
I can do that.
I want it 60 feet wide and 160 feet long.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, well, if that's gonna be your house water, you're gonna need it to be that big. For a new yard site. There you go. Wiggle that tire. Did you blow? Is it got a blown bearing? Not really. By golly, I don't believe it, but. So yeah, that's what we got. The price was right. I would say we paid just over scrap steel price for it. But it is a home built. He used whatever scrap he could find, basically. But the blade on it, it's not wore right down to nothing, so that's all right. But he was dragging dirt in his yard a couple years back, he said, and he hooked the concrete pad going around his shop. That's how that got bent. But that's minor detail in a big operation like ours. So we'll give her a try and see how it works. If it's not what we're looking for, I'm sure we can sell it for what we paid, and it'll all be good. Anywho, I'll let you guys go. We're gonna go have some lunch, and we'll see what happens here this afternoon. I got to do some work on him. I got a couple of hoses on backwards, so talk to y'all later. Alrighty guys, well, in the shop, and got Mr. Bobcat, the S205, and you can see he's kind of leaning a little bit. Here, if I put you this way, maybe not so much, but if I put you straight, you can see he's leaning. He's up on 6-inch blocks. At least that front tire is. That tire looks dry. That wheel, I should say wheel. Wheel looks dry. Wheel looks dry. That wheel looks dry. that wheel is definitely wet. This is the one that's leaking oil. So we've got it up on a 6-inch block in the front, and then I jacked up the back corner and I blocked it back here. I believe the wheel seal is hooched. And yeah, this thing could use some new rubber, but you know what? For what we do, it's still working. So, needless to say, I got the wheel nuts off. We'll get that tire the hell off. Yeah, you think it's been leaking? Just a little. But a little leak can make it look like it's one fuck of a terrible leak in a short while. Like, you see my floor here? See all this? Let me turn you this way. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. But you can see this looks like it was one hell of a oil spill here. That's like, I don't know, less than a cup. How's that? Half a cup-ish spilled on the floor, and it looks terrible. So yeah, I'll get my air gun. I find that works really good. We'll blow that off as best we can. Then maybe I'll take some brake clean to it, clean it up. From what I understand, I got to get this bolt out, and then we should be able to hammer the fucking hub out / axle and pull the seal, new seal in. I don't know what this is going to be like. It is Easter Sunday. Nothing is open. So there is a risk that my shop might be shut down once I get into this, because I might have to get help with it. I have no idea. I'm attempting to do this on my own. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a mechanic. So anyway, with no more further ado, I'll get to work at cleaning it up, and I'll bring you guys back after. Alrighty guys, so I got my nut loose here, and this sucker is relatively long, and so I loosened it up with my Milwaukee right there. That's an 1.5 inch socket that you want to put on there, and hit it with full power. Make sure your battery's right full of power. And once you got it loosened off, hit the end of this bolt. Give it a good fucking whack with the old hammer, this guy, to loosen this part of it up. Then don't take that out. Make sure you leave that nut, that bolt in there, because you got to get the hub off. So when you take the hub off, you can try hitting it, and this one's been hammered on before. Like, you can see this here, right? Anyway, I wasn't having no luck, so I had to hunt around, and I found these 2 6-tons. There's no oil in them. I put oil in them, and lo and behold, they started pumping up and down, so I figured, okay, this one's not even full of oil. But I cranked on them cocks, excuse my French, those buggers, with, what is this, 20-inch handle. I had everything I can do on these two, and then all of a sudden, bang! This sucker broke free, and it came right out, and it hit that bolt. That bolt is what stopped it from flying right off. It's loose now. Like, I can, see? I'm working it out. So, yeah. So now we can pull this off and see what's going on with our seal. I'll get these jacks out of the road, and I'll get this nut out, and I'll bring you guys back here in a minute or two. Oh, by the way, those are 6-ton. Those are both two mini 6-ton jacks. I would suggest a little bit bigger because those two buggers were definitely maxed right out. So, okay, I'll bring you back here when I get the nut and stuff off. Talk to you. Well, oh, excuse me. I think I found our problem as to why the seal is shot. There's just a little bit of twine in there, huh? Now, is that all from my place? Or is that from previous owner? No idea. Probably my place. But that twine getting in that seal would definitely cause it to be a problem. So we gotta get a little tool and wiggle this keyway out. And I believe this son of a bitch has been done before, because that looks like it's sleeved. Yeah. So we're gonna have to get that seal out of there. The new one, the kit, comes with a sleeve. And once I get the old one out, I'll show you what that kit looks like. We'll talk to you later. Alrighty guys, so I took a little tiny drill bit and I drilled a hole on either side in the face of the steel part of the seal. So now we're going to attempt to pull it out, and I really have no idea how I'm doing that, but something like this, I guess. I ran these two screws in there, and the whole idea is to try and get it to come out with maybe a claw hammer on those screws would help pull that seal out. I didn't know how else to get in there, so this is what I'm trying to do anyway. Whether I'm doing it right or whether I'm doing it wrong, I don't know. By the time this video gets posted, I hope I have this done. And if you guys have a better idea on how to get this out without having to purchase specialized tools, by all means, leave your ideas in the comment section, because I'm sure I'll blow another one eventually. So we'll let you go, and I'm going to work at getting this out. Talk to you later. Alrighty, so it's out. So basically, with it in there like so, I just hook that screw with the claw hammer, and then gave it a whack with the other hammer, couple taps on each side, and out she popped. Pretty slick, actually. But if you guys can make this out, I don't know if you can make out like a hairline little crack. I know I can see it. If this friggin' phone would focus properly. Right in there. There it is. See that? So I got to get that out. There's another one there. Not only that, on the inside, you can see this flat part right here. That, I believe, is actually supposed to be attached to this part. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here's the new seal and kit. Now, I have no idea what the hell. Oh, that's just like a lube. That would be the seal itself. And this is the cup slash ring or whatever. Bah! I'll rip this open. I'll set you down for a sec. They sure package it nice, I'll give them that much. Okay. So, there it is. See, that's all attached. So this has to go in there. The cup is meant to help hammer that sucker on. Well, it ain't gonna hammer squat on. But anyways, we got to get the old one out before I can put the new one in. So, I'll find some kind of tooling and we'll start working at that later. Alrighty, so got it out. It's right there. How'd I get it out? Well, where the hell did I put it? Right there. A very, well, not super sharp, but a very sharp chisel. Got on the edge of it and just hammered it in and across. More or less cut it. And then out she popped. Simple, right? I'm not saying this is the right way to do things, guys. Not by a long shot, but it's the way I'm doing, okay? Anyway, I'm going to smear a little bit of this go-go juice on there. And I'm going to slide this in. And then we'll slide the seal over top. And then we'll work at getting our hub put back on and put her all back together. So I'll talk to you later. Well, there we go. I tapped that inner retainer, whatever you want to call that. I just used my little chisel and I tapped it in all the way around until it bottomed out on the inside. It was solid. And then I got my seal and slipped it in. And to set it in place, I just kind of used this pipe over top so I wouldn't damage the seal, the face here. And I think we're pretty good. I guess we'll find out soon enough, right? I don't know. I suppose I could maybe tap it in just a smidge farther, but not very god darn much. It looks like it's making good seal. So the reason I put this thing up on its side the way it is so that all the oil would flow to the far side and I wouldn't lose anything out this side. When we set her back down, we'll check our oil level, which is just on the other side. There's a sight glass. It tells you what your oil level is. So, yeah, I guess we're pretty much ready to start setting the hub back in. Woohoo! We'll catch you guys later. I believe that would be about 110 foot-pounds. You're supposed to be 105 to 115 foot-pounds torque on these wheels. The hub itself, I have no idea. We gave her a couple of really good oogas off of the impact, but what the actual torque is, I tried to Google it. It said something about 200 and then back it off and then torque it to 50 and then back it off, then torque it to 50 again. So I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But she ain't fucking moving with this guy on there, and he's full power. So I believe that concludes our repair on this machine. I'll drop her down, I'll check the oil, and that should be it. I'll bring you guys back when we're checking oil. Alrighty, well, she's all sitting flat. I'm actually going to leave it parked in here overnight and see if I have any kind of drips. That's a dry spot right there. Sasha, get the hell out of here. Anywho, according to my oil gauge, I am right frigging full. And then some probably. But I just had it up on its side, so maybe it needs time to level out. I don't know. I don't know how the system works. That hydraulic cylinder needs to be rebuilt severely. It's leaking. You can definitely see how wet that bastard is. But anyways, yeah. So I know it's not normally that full, so I'll just leave it sitting here overnight. And theoretically it should be fine. Since I have it in here, this tire always goes low on me, so I might as well pump him up. I haven't done it since last fall, but those are really hard friggin' tires, and they could be right flat and you wouldn't even know it because it'll look just like it does right now. So, what's it say? Tire gauges is this. We'll try this one. Getting in on these little bastards kind of sucks unless you got the right kind of a gauge. And this is not exactly the right kind of gauge. But, yeah. 20 pounds. 22 to be exact. And I think they're supposed to be at 30. So we'll throw a little bit of air in that bugger, and that'll be it for this machine for today. I'll let you guys go. I'm sure I got enough for a video for you. But that is wheel seal replacement on a Bobcat S205. Give us the old thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and fun. Let's get her done. We'll catch you later.